here is our game plan for today. We're hitting 4 main steps. 1. Welcome to digital life. 2. School, science, and projects. 3. Family, friends, and sharing. And 4. Mastering the action words. All right, part 1. Welcome to digital life. Picture this. The sun is coming up, your alarm goes off, and bam, our digital day officially begins. Think about the very first thing you do. You probably roll over and reach right for your phone or your tablet, right? Well, in English, we call that piece of hardware a device. And the second you unlock that device, you're immediately hunting for a specific type of program to open. We call that an application, or just app for short. You can see the Arabic meanings right there. Tying these English terms to that familiar, groggy morning feeling, it just makes them unforgettable. But hey, it's early. The lights are still off in your bedroom, and you definitely don't want a blindingly bright screen waking you up. So you look at your device and see that the screen is comfortably dark. Why? Because it's still in night mode. Every single time you see your phone switch to that dark, eye-friendly setting, I want you to associate it with this exact English phrase, night mode. And this brilliantly illustrates a major part of how we live today. On one hand, you've got this entire digital world living right there on your screens. But before you head out the door for the day, you also have to pack your real-world backpack. You need your pens, your notebooks, your rulers. Those are your physical tools. Grasping this core difference between the digital world and our physical tools is literally the foundation for talking about everything we do in a day. Moving right along to Section 2, School, Science, and Projects. So you've made it to school and you're ready to learn. You walk into your classroom and what's front and center? It's not some dusty old chalkboard anymore, it's a massive glowing smartboard. As the teacher starts talking, you take your seat and pull out your personal tablet, setting it on your desk. The vocabulary is literally sitting right in front of you. Let's weave a few more words into our school day. Imagine your teacher drops a massive new assignment on you for science class. You got a huge project to do. The topic? The incredible vastness of outer space and all the planets. Actually, fun fact, did you know Jupiter is so massive that you could fit every other planet in our solar system inside it? Crazy, right? Anyway, to nail a project like this, you can't just guess. You have to gather solid facts and reliable information. See how telling a little cohesive story makes these words just kind of click into place? But hey, school is not all hard work. Between classes, you finally get those highly anticipated breaks. And what do we do with that downtime? We might hit the search bar on our tablet and hunt down some fun online games. Even if it's just for 10 minutes, it's a quick digital adventure before the bell rings again. All right, on to Section 3, Family, Friends, and Sharing. Fast forward a few hours, school is out, and we're shifting our narrative to the afternoon and evening. This part of the day is all about our social lives. Think about the people we connect with online. We might broadcast a fun update to everyone in our circle. But we also have specific check-ins. You definitely need to text your parents to let them know you're headed home. And maybe later on, you're messaging your cousin to catch up. Let's do a quick memory check. When you want to talk to that cousin, what exactly are you sending them? Yep, you send a message. And if you want to show them something hilarious that happened at school, what do you attach to it? You attach pictures. When you finally hit send on those pictures, what are you doing? You share them. We do this stuff constantly, so attaching the English vocab to these very natural human actions just makes total sense. Now, while we're messaging and sharing, we really need to talk about digital habits. It is absolutely crucial that we build a positive habit here. We have to constantly remind ourselves to check things, not just once, but twice before we post them. Because, let's be honest, we all know someone who accidentally sent a text to the completely wrong group chat. Is this message kind? Is this picture safe? Checking twice is a habit we literally all need. So, the crucial point is this. Having all this technology is amazing, but it requires some responsibility. Managing it wisely is exactly what helps protect us online. So by mastering this vocabulary, you're not just learning English, you're actually learning the language of being a smart digital citizen. And finally, Section 4, Mastering the Action Words. These are the critical verbs that power all those digital actions we just covered. Let's take a look at the exact conjugation matrix from our source material. Starting with education, we've got learn, which turns into learnt in the past and learnt for the past participle. Then teach becomes taught and taught. And show goes to showed and then shown. Reading these 3 forms out loud together, it gives you the flexibility to talk about what you're doing right now, what you did yesterday, and what you've done in the past. Now, what's really interesting here is the weird little irregular patterns in these communication and action verbs. Look at take. It completely shifts to took and then taken. Send does this subtle thing where it drops the D for a T, becoming sent and sent. But check out that last verb, hurt. It stays exactly the same all the way across. Hurt, hurt, hurt. English loves to throw us these little curveballs, but picking up on these patterns is how you truly master the language. By walking through this routine together, we took what started as a pretty dense worksheet and turned it into a story. A day in my digital life is basically your day. When you connect these vocabulary words to your actual daily routine, from your morning night mode screen all the way to afternoon messages with your cousin, this isn't just a list anymore. It transforms into a living, breathing language. So, I want to leave you with this thought as you wrap up your day. Take a look around at the devices and the physical tools you use. Think about the English words for them. And most importantly, ask yourself this: how will you use technology wisely today? Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. Keep practicing those vocabulary words, stay curious, and I'll catch you next time.